Shavuot everybody, here we are, and we're still continuing onwards and onwards in this epic journey, and really that is the key quality for this week. It's called Netzach, and Netzach means perseverance, it means overcoming, it means victory, it means eternity, it means all these things. And this is what we're doing. We've been through 3 weeks already. We've been through Chesed, loving kindness, unconditional giving, flow. We've been through Gevura, which is strength and boundaries and focus. We've been through Tiferet, harmony, balance, beauty, and now here we are. We're at Netzach. This is a quality. It's just about not giving up when the going gets tough. The tough gets going. It's just about taking those times in our life when things don't seem to go how we want them to go, and unfortunately that happens really quite often, and things aren't going how we planned, or we try to do things and we fail, or what we dreamed about doesn't happen, and we start maybe feeling a bit despondent. And really it's at those times when we're saying to ourselves, I just don't know anymore, or I failed, or I've fallen. That is not the end. That is actually a new beginning. That is the time when we have to say to ourselves, I have to start getting creative here. I have to dig deeper. I have to find my true strength. I have to become stronger. I have to overcome these things. It's our challenges. We always say this. It's our challenges in life which really brings out the greatest part of us. Because really we've got a choice. And it's not an easy choice, but we can choose to lie down. We can choose to be a victim and just choose to be battered about by life and things that come to us, or we can choose to say, you know what, I'm going to stand up against this. I'm going to dig deeper. I'm going to become greater. Really, these things are the things that make us grow. You can choose, am I going to build myself? Am I going to grow from this? Am I going to keep going? Am I going to keep fighting, or am I just going to lie down and give up? So it's really our challenges that bring out the really the best in us. Pirkei Avot, which is ethics of our fathers, amazing little ethical ideas and inspirational ideas, teaches us that a tzaddik, a really righteous person, is someone who has fallen, and it says there 7 times. It's Kabbalistic, and also has to do with these energies, these 7 energies I'm talking about. But someone who's fallen 7 times and got up again. So a really righteous person isn't someone who's perfect and never makes mistakes and never fails. You can't get to that higher level. It's a very good level if you never make a mistake. But a truly righteous person is someone who has made mistakes, who has fallen, who has failed, who doesn't exceed, but each time just says, okay, I'm going to deal with this. I'm going to get up. I'm going to fight. I'm going to grow. I'm going to be stronger. And it's really when you crash and fall, we say sometimes you need a breakdown to have a breakthrough. So once you've had the breakdown and you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, that's really the opportunity to have a breakthrough. And once you have that breakthrough, you get to a much higher level. So perseverance, Netzach, this idea of perseverance and victory, this is the key to success. Perseverance, this is why Netzach means perseverance and victory, because it's perseverance that is really the key to victory. It's the key to success. If you keep going, many people have said, example, Richard Branson, he failed many times, and he just kept going and kept going and kept going, and that's why he now has a few private islands. So I think this is why we love Rocky. Whoever's not seen the film Rocky, just stop this video now and go and watch it. Unbelievable. Rocky 1 and Rocky 4 particularly, just kept getting knocked down. He gets knocked down and knocked down, but he keeps coming back. He keeps fighting. So we've got to make sure that we don't let the fear of failure stop us from doing anything in our life. If we fail, that's not so bad. You just get up and you try again and you try again. And I find in our lives, and I see so many people, we give up on our dreams. We had these dreams when we were young. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be like this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this. And people say things to us, and someone put us down, or we failed a few times and we felt silly from failure. So we just gave up on our dreams. And we've got quite a disposable culture. If things aren't working out, we just throw it away. Unfortunately, I think that's one of the reasons for a high divorce rate. People aren't prepared to really just work on it and put in the time and effort. So I really think chasing a dream your whole life and never really reaching it does not necessarily failure. Maybe your success was that you persevered. Perseverance in itself is success. Not trying is a failure. Trying and failing, that's a success just because you did try. So it's also the quality that gives us the most satisfaction in life. As we always teach on Justifi, effort really brings the deepest meaning in life. There's this idea, if you're climbing up a mountain and it takes 4 hours and you want to get to the top and you want to see the beautiful view, what's the goal? So your goal isn't necessarily to get to the top, and how can I prove it? Because if a helicopter came down and said to you, what's your goal? And you say, I want to get to the top of the mountain, and he says, jump in, we'll get there in 5 minutes. Most people wouldn't take the helicopter. They'd say, you know what, that's not really my goal. My goal is to get to the top of the mountain and to have made that hard effort to make the trek up the mountain. If I just get the helicopter to the top of the mountain, I'm at the top of the mountain, but I don't appreciate it as much as if I really worked hard for it and climbed the mountain and got there. So that's what perseverance is. It's also one of the things that separates us from an animal. We can say, you know what, I'm in a bad mood, or I'm feeling tired, or I don't feel like doing this. But we can say, I'm going to overcome that. I'm not going to just go along with my moods. I don't care what my mood said. There's something I want to achieve. I'm going to overcome my mood, and I'm just going to go and I'm going to achieve it. And really the key to doing this is small steps. Just taking small steps. It's very hard. I've climbed in the Himalayas a lot. If you look to the top of the mountain, it's very hard. You think, I'll never get there. I can't get to the top of the mountain. But if you just look down and you take the step in front of you, you're just taking small steps in front of you. You could take that first step, and that second step, and that third step, and just by taking these small steps, persevering in that small step, you eventually look up and there you are, you're at the top of the mountain. So in terms of social justice, it's about not giving up. Bonita, who we work with in Thailand, in 5, 6, 7 years she's managed to help maybe 40 women, and there are hundreds of thousands of women, so it might be a bit disheartening. She hasn't helped that many people, but she just keeps going and says, every life I help is important, and I'm just going to keep going, and when it gets difficult I'm going to keep going, and when fundraising gets difficult I'm just going to keep going, and everything, I'm just going to keep going. And that's really what creates the most rewarding life. So this week we've really got to ask ourselves, where in my life do I maybe give up a little bit too easy? Where could I persevere more? Could I go to the gym more often? What could I do more? How can I make sure that I'm not giving up? I'm not giving up on my dreams. I'm not giving up on myself. So this week, let's really focus on this idea of persevering. And in that way, we'll have true victory. And we'll create, Netzach also means eternity. We'll create something everlasting and important in the world. Good luck. I'll see you next week.